Tonight, burglars have struck again, this time targeting a retail store in the heart of the city. The United Workers' Party is in celebration mode after 3 years in office.
It's a day for us as a party to be very grateful and thankful to St. Lucians for putting their faith and their confidence in the members that we presented to them.
And the opposition says it has been 3 years too long for the United Workers' Party to govern. The details of these stories and more are coming up.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News with Lovelace and Amy Joseph.
Good night. It is Thursday, the 6th of June, 2019. Welcome to the Hot 7 Nightly News. We're on Flow, channel 117, also being simulcast on Kiss FM 105.5 and 105.9. You can also watch on our website www.caribbeanhottv.com or on our free Caribbean Hot FM mobile app. I'm lovely St. Amy Joseph. Thank you for joining us. Burglars have struck again, this time targeting a retail store in the heart of the city. The perpetrator or perpetrators made off with a small fortune, but not before leaving behind a little bit of themselves in the process. The store owners are calling for the business community to come together to fight the growing scourge. Rochelle Gonzalez reports.
A textile store near the heart of Castries Central is the latest establishment to be targeted by burglars. Ward & Company Limited, which is situated on the corner of Chisel Street and High Street, was burgled in the early hours of Thursday, reportedly between 2:30 a.m. and 3 a.m. by unknown assailants. While store owners declined an interview, they provided Hot 7 News with as much detail as they could give. The owner revealed that this was the third break-in they've had in 1 week, and whilst the thieves walked away from the first 2 attempts empty-handed, the third attempt was successful. They claimed that a small fortune of about $4,000 was stolen from a safe, along with 2 mobile phones. On the slightly brighter side, however, the thief, or at least one of them, left a piece of themselves behind, namely blood, after apparently being wounded from the broken glass. One owner said it is times like these when closed-circuit television is important. He said the government should allow concessions on the security devices. He also called on the rest of the business community to come together and look out for one another, as no business is safe. There is only so much the police can do, he said. So it is up to business owners to put their heads together to figure out an effective way to tackle the issue head-on. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Rochelle Gonzalez.
The Deputy Chairperson of the United Workers' Party, Nancy Charles, is in celebratory mode as Thursday is observed as the 3rd anniversary of the UWP's 2016 general election victory against the St. Lucia Labour Party. Charles says it's a day of gratitude for the party and supporters who entrusted them to lead the nation.
The United Workers' Party is celebrating and unbothered by the St. Lucia Labour Party as they commemorated the 3rd-year anniversary of the general elections victory on June 6, 2016. Deputy Chairman of the United Workers' Party, Nancy Charles, told Hot 7 News that whilst they are taking the day to celebrate, review and reflect over the past 3 years, come Friday and thereafter, they are going into full campaign mode for the next general elections. Charles said over the past 3 years, the UWP administration was forming the foundation of a greater St. Lucia, and now it's time to build the nation to where it should be. She assured that the party is well equipped with competent members to get the job done.
We believe that at this point in time, we have the best team of men and women to lead and to guide St. Lucia, and persons would have seen from the strides that we have made thus far. We have grown the economy, we have reduced unemployment, we have kept to many of our promises, we have reduced our debt to GDP. Financially, things are a little bit better. Obviously, it can be better, but the changes that we are making and the foundation that we've built in the last 3 years, St. Lucians can expect in the next 2 years that we would now start building on that foundation. As you know, we've built in a house. You need to have a design, a drawing, a plan, and then you need to build the foundation, and then you put up the structure. So we're at the stage where we have designed, we have planned. St. Lucians have heard all the plans that we have put before them in the last 2.5, 3 years. And so for the next 2 years, what they should expect is the actual construction now. A lot of the projects that we've been negotiating for, there have been some delays, but they should be seeing some actual construction and execution of those projects.
Currently, Charles said, the party is ready to hit the ground running in terms of securing the next general elections.
The UWP has started putting its houses in order. We've had a lot of town hall meetings throughout the island with our constituents. We have continued the process of strengthening our constituency branches. We are on the ground, our people are on the ground getting feedback from members and supporters of the party. So we certainly are putting ourselves in order from a party's perspective in preparing for the next general election. What is to come for the United Workers' Party is to continue to provide the support to the government in order to ensure that the government remains in power. Obviously, you can't have one without the other, and so the United Workers' Party continues, and the members of the party, the leadership of the party, we continue to commit our faith and our support in this current administration.
Also in full campaign mode is the St. Lucia Labour Party, who hosted a Castries Market Step public meeting on Wednesday evening to review the performance of the Alan Chasney-led administration and to implore St. Lucians to take the government's shortcomings as a clear sign that they should be voted out come 2021. Charles, however, said their agitation is working against them.
All it has done is to strengthen the party. It's one thing that I have said consistently. Whilst I do appreciate the opposition, we were in opposition, so I know what it is like to be in opposition. But an opposition should be very careful and mindful of what you criticize, what you oppose to, and what you don't. And I think of late, the opposition, you would have seen from the general members of the public as well, they're just tired of the opposition just opposing every single thing the government does or every proposal that the government brings forth. I think a smart opposition would pick and choose their fight in terms of what it is that they oppose. However, what it has done, it has brought the general public to be closer to the government, to be more to fight for the government and to say, listen, come on, there are certain things that the government is doing that is right, that is good, and you should show your support. And if you do not want to support, then just don't say anything. But just to oppose for opposing's sake, it serves no purpose, because at the end of the day, the opposition wants to see St. Lucia prosper, or if they want to see St. Lucia prosper, if they want to see St. Lucians do well, all they need to do is to show support where support is due.
Charles said whilst she understands the urgency of the people's demands, she is asking for patience, collaboration, and their cooperation as they work towards building a new St. Lucia. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I'm Rochelle Gonzalez.
Whilst the United Workers' Party administration is celebrating the third year of their reign in government, the opposition St. Lucia Labour Party is saying that there is in fact nothing to be happy or proud about. Numerous members of the party and its supporters shared their opinions on Wednesday night on the Castries Market steps. As the ruling UWP celebrates what it counts as major successes, the opposition SLP is pointing out its failures. Leader of the opposition, Philip J. Pierre, has called on people of St. Lucia to wake up and realize that the UWP administration has fed them 3 years of lies while wasting time. Chief among them, he says, is the promise of the multi-million-dollar DSH project that has yet to materialize in the South.
He told you that Justify would come and they would park endless jets in the airport. Endless jets, because St. Lucia have so many horses running and so many things going, and the young men of Beaufort would be able to wash horses. That's what Alan Chasney promised you. Pokoni Yoshuval, Pokoni one horse race. You know what happened? Alan should go and race there with Guy Joseph.
The leader of the opposition says the list of failures of the government over the past 3 years far surpasses any achievements.
They have wasted 3 precious years in which they have fired hundreds of nice workers. They stopped the laptop program and made our young people less prepared for the real world. And now they blame single mothers for their failed policies and empty promises on crime and security. My brothers and my sisters, it has been 3 years of lies, deception, shame, hardship, pain, embarrassment for this country. Now they are telling you they want more time because they promise you that things would happen after 3 years.
Pierre says an SLP government was much more advanced and had more accomplishments under its belt at the 3-year mark. The UWP counters that argument by highlighting that after 4.5 years, there were no substantial achievements by the SLP to convince voters that better days had indeed come as they had promised. You're watching the Hot 7 Nightly News. Still to come, another public sector association has concluded negotiations. What does this mean for those still holding firm to their proposal demands? The mayor puts city establishments on notice, and a long-time carnival costume designer calls for a change to carnival judging. That and more when we return.